Luckily, everybody bought that Frank was dead and that I had disposed of his body. So Frank's funeral took place without Frank. The Mafia has a habit of organizing grand funerals for important people, where they forget the unfinished business they have with each other, or with the dead. The deceased are only shown in a good light. It's the principle of every gangster, at least at a funeral. So it happened that not only Salieri and our people made long speeches about their best friend Frank, but even Morello and other gangsters. Morello and Salieri cried on each other's shoulders. It didn't seem like they had been at each other's throats only the day before. Frank would have been spinning in his grave had he actually been dead. I guess everything turned out pretty well, only I had to think up something about Frank's family. Salieri, of course, wanted to help out his best friend's poor widow till the end of her days. I couldn't let him know that they were really resting comfortably in Europe at that moment.
Tommy, it seems our problems aren't over. The prosecutor who nearly got Frank against us is digging up more dirt, and I've heard he even has witnesses. It looks like that counselor whose son you shot is sorely craving revenge. The prosecutor is a good friend of his, and if we don't nip it in the bud, they'll make big problems for us.
That doesn't sound too good.
What's even worse is that guy doesn't trust anyone. He has all the evidence against us in a safe at his villa. Sam and Paulie are taking care of the witnesses right now as we speak. And you've got to get that evidence, Tom.
How will we get to it?
Well, today we have an excellent opportunity. Mr. Prosecutor has decided to go to the theater, and nobody else will be home. That is, nobody apart from the home security, of course. But his study will be empty. His villa is in the Millionaire's Quarter. Mr. Prosecutor isn't exactly a poor boy.
Thanks, Luigi. Your only concern is how to get in. But there'll be guards around the villa. Once inside, you should be fine. The villa will be empty. The prosecutor's office is on the first floor, and there should be a safe in the wall. For that, you'll have Salvatore with you. That's a guy who manages to open every safe in America. Once you've got all the evidence, leave before the prosecutor arrives back home.
Okay, boss. Where can I find this Salvatore?
He'll be waiting for you down in Hoboken on the corner next to the stadium, so you can pick him up on the way there. I don't have to tell you how important this job is to us, Tommy. Buona fortuna.
I'll do my best, boss.
And Tommy, if you happen to bump into the prosecutor, don't kill him, no matter what. It'll just bring us more problems.
You can depend on it, boss. Tonight I'm doing a little burglary, so I need something for a quiet little job.
Tommy, a good old bat would do the trick. When you hit someone over the head from behind, they should be out cold for a while. To be on the safe side, take this here Colt 1911 too. I'll keep my fingers crossed, Tommy.
Thanks, Vincenzo.
Hey, Tom.
Evening, Chief. Let's get moving.
Great. So where are we going? So, you can open any safe in the country, right?
Almost every one, Chief.
And how did you learn that trick?
My grandpa was in a business. It's inherited. The safes keep getting better, so a fella has to keep up with the times. Some of the safes around these days are pretty tricky.
Okay, we're here. you open it, Salvatore?
I'll try, Chief. There you go, Chief.
Be quiet and do exactly what I tell you.
Brother, yesterday some Patty knocked into me in the bar. A real typical son of a bitch. And I say to him, hey pal, what are you trying to pull? The bastard spits in my mug. What'd you do to him?
Can you open it, Salvatore?
I'll try, Chief.
Get that in a hurry.
And what did he do?
He came right back at me, man. Nearly had me, the bastard. My boys were there and they knocked his teeth out.
He got what he deserved. He never those punks came away.
There you go, Chief.
Busted up the whole joint.
So show me what you can do, Salvatore.
Okay, Chief.
Christ. It looks like we better get out fast, Salvatore.
Got it, Chief. Piece of cake.
Everything's fine, boss.
Drop me off at home. I live across the street at the stadium, a little ways from where you picked me up. Here's where I live. Thanks a lot. I hope it'll be a little cooler next time. Today I almost crapped in my pants.
I hope so too. Get some shut-eye.
Well done, boys. The last job went fine. There's no evidence or witnesses left against us. Thanks to your persuasive methods, they won't even squeak.
Thanks, boss. We try to make you happy.
Well, you certainly did. But today we're here for something else. Paulie has a pretty interesting proposal.
Well, I met a guy from Kentucky, William Gates. Everyone knows that Kentucky makes the best homebrewed whiskey. Well, anyway, this guy almost threw up when he tried the whiskey which Morello sells here. When he gave me a drink of this stuff they brew back there, forget about it. I won't drink anything else. So I asked him about it, right? He said it was no problem and that he could deliver me as much as I wanted. You know, I got jazzed thinking about the dough we'd make on it. Well, I ordered a truckload of it. I said to myself, if it catches on here, we can make a bigger deal later.
It would certainly be a good replacement for the loss of our Canadian. I like it. Nice one.
Me too.
So we're gonna pick up some beautiful booze.
I'm already looking forward to it.
Where they hiding it?
They'll meet us in the big parking garage.
We have to be more careful than we were before. You'll get to the place by car with 2 other boys. They'll be your escort on the way back. You 3 pick up the truck and take it to our warehouse in Hoboken. The boys are already out in the yard waiting in the car. And bring me back a bottle so I can finally drink something decent.
Count on it, boss. Get in. We're going for some medicine.
Here, Tom. This might come in useful.
Thanks.
Wait for us here, boys. We'll be back in a little while. When we drive out, follow after us. Then, we'll have a shot at the warehouse.
Sure, boss.
Hey there, Bill. It's good to see you again.
Hey, Paulie.
These are my partners who are good friends. They like the idea of working together. And they also like first-rate whiskey, which yours certainly is.
That it is.
The main thing is that Don Salieri likes it too. And since he's financing the whole deal, here's your first payment for the goods.
Give Mr. Salieri my regards. I'm always happy to do business with people like him.
You should be, Bill. You could hit it big with this. If this small delivery works out for us, we'll order a lot more next time.
Take cover!
What's going on?
Jesus, who are they?
Fire! Kill the bastards!
Damn!
magnet now.
What the hell was that,
Not
Paulie?
now,
Who were those
Tommy.
hoods?
How should I know?
Okay. Well, we can't hang around here waiting for more of them to show up. Let's get the truck and get the hell out of here. Tom, you drive. I'll follow behind in one of the other cars.
Can you be careful? Fine, use the steering wheel once in a while. Can you be careful? Move it! They're stuck on us like glue.
Okay, we did it.
So it looks like Morello got in the way of things again, boss.
Can't seem to shake off this bad luck.
Boys, you won't believe this, but it's completely the other way around. The only one who really had bad luck this time was Morello.
What?
I found out who our Mr. Gates really was.
And?
Gates was never really from Kentucky. He was a small-time thief who stole the goods from Morello and wanted to sell them to us. Morello doesn't think that he almost stopped our deal, but that we pinched a truckload of his most expensive whiskey. I bet that bastard's happy now.
Unbelievable!
Well, that worked out just fine. Let's drink to that.
To another success, boys. Salute.
The end of Prohibition in '33. You probably weren't too happy, huh? The end of the good old days.
Yeah, not too happy, but it wasn't all bad. Eventually, I did get married to Sarah and had a daughter. It was a good time. But life went on in business. We made a huge amount of dough during Prohibition, which we invested into new deals. A lot of them were legitimate. We had regular firms like construction, transport, restaurants. We ran labor unions. And of course, there was gambling, betting, the lotteries. We actually did really well. We just tried to stay out of drugs, even if it wasn't always easy.
Come on, business is business, right?
You're way off there. The Cosa Nostra ain't no patties or Chinamen. With drugs comes big money and even bigger problems. When someone has a problem with the cops because of drugs, he does the sensible thing. He admits it. If his family catches him, they rub him out. Drugs are taboo.
So what, there's some kind of grand poobah passing judgment?
Something like that. The leading families choose a boss of bosses. They sort out the big problems and set the rules of the game.
So, criminals who break the law have their own courts that judge them? That's just great.
Laws aren't changeless holy words. Every country in the world has their own. It's just somebody with a lot of power applying their own will. It depends on the person whether they'll serve someone else blindly or apply their own will. Why should the Don be restrained? The Mafia prevailed through Prohibition with its own laws. A handful of poor, uneducated immigrants from Sicily were stronger than all the laws, courts, and police here in the States. That took some doing.
What, with murder? With the suffering they caused?
Come on. You think that the Mafia just murders innocent people? The Mafia punishes those who break laws. And the majority of your laws, too. Unfortunately, we can't put anyone in jail or fine them. Everybody who comes and works for us knows what to expect if he breaks the rules. People lie and steal, and there are lots of criminals here who get unbelievable pleasure when they steal from the mob, as well as the mafiosos who get pleasure from cheating the state.
And what about all the payoffs, robberies, and raids, huh?
Hey, the cops ain't no saints neither. No Don encourages his men to go around harming people. And what other people do on their own isn't our concern. And as for payoffs, most people come to the Don for help and advice on their own. And they'll pay gladly for it. The Don is an esteemed person, but not every Don is like Salieri. That's the truth.
There you go. Your system works, but you know why? Because you're a bunch of selfish murderers. And you only care about your own gain. All your efforts are spent ensuring that you live like pigs in shit. That's why you're so successful. You're only looking out for yourselves. We look out after everybody. A few cops have to ensure law and order for all, and that's a much harder job.
That's true. But you can easily leave the Don outside your protection. He'll watch his own back.
And what about you? What are you sitting here for?
Ah, Tommy, I'm glad you're here. I was afraid I'd miss you.
Hey, boss. What's going on?
There's something I've been looking forward to all week. I'm going to Pepe's restaurant for lunch, but my personal bodyguard has called in sick. There's nobody here who could take me, and I prefer not to go to these things alone. You'll take me, won't you?
Certainly, boss.
Bravo. Let's get going then. I'm already pretty hungry. Have you got a piece on you, Tommy?
Yeah, I got one. You think I'll need it?
Well, probably not. But it's better to be sure. You know how it is. We'll take my card. Tommy, I'm really looking forward to this. Pepe is a native Sicilian and above all a fantastic chef. Whenever I feel like a specialty from back home, I go to him. Wait till you try his cheeses. Forget about it. Luigi's a great cook, but Pepe is a real master, a maestro. At last, I could eat a horse.
Hey, Don Salieri, welcome!
Pepe, you don't even know how much I'm looking forward to your specialties. Fantastic meal, Pepe. I haven't eaten that well in a long time.
Molto grazie, Don. Praise from a gourmet like you always makes me feel with joy.
Oh, please, I'm no gourmet. If you knew what I ate for dinner yesterday, you definitely wouldn't say that.
Can I get you anything else, Don? I have an excellent Chianti.
Really? Let's get it out here then, Pepe.
At once, sir.
How'd you like it, Tommy?
It was fantastic, boss. I'll have to bring Sarah here sometime.
Ah, yes, you certainly should, Tommy. Just be careful that Sarah doesn't take offense. She cooks worse than Pepe. What the hell is going on? This is ruining my lunch.
Marilla must have nothing better to do.
They could have at least let me taste the wine, gobbones.
Get this over with.
Throw him his present, Joe. Maybe we'll smoke him out.
Working for you is real interesting, boss.
What'd you say? My ears are ringing from that blast.
Yes, boss.
It looks like we won't get out this way. Try and run around the back of them while I keep them entertained.
Yes, boss. Be careful.
I have to say, you got balls, Tommy. You saved my ass.
You weren't so bad yourself, boss.
Christ, that was crazy. Thank God Pepe hid. Poor guy. I'll have to send him some dough for repairs.
We should. Boss, I'd like to know how they knew where we were. You think they followed us?
I don't think so, Tommy. I have a feeling I know who set me up.
Who?
Carlo, my bodyguard. That goddamn son of a bitch, he's the only one who knew where I was going. And he also excused himself from work today. He knew very well what was gonna happen.
That sounds pretty likely.
Yeah, I think so. I'll tear him apart like a rag doll. Carlo lives in a rented house in Little Italy, a little way from our bar. There's a pizzeria downstairs. We're going. Carlo, you bastard! We're coming for you! Let's do it, Tom. Break down the door, bust in there and kill the bastard.
No! For the love of God,
He's run down the
don't
fire
do it.
escape, Tommy! Get him!
Have mercy! I have a family.
Shut up, lady, or you're next! Kill that bastard, Tom! Don't be an idiot! Shoot the bastard!
You know what, boss?
What?
That's the first time I knocked someone off in their underpants.
It's nothing. First time for me, too. There's a first time for everything.
Well, who do we have here?
How are you, Sergio? Staying out of trouble? I see you got a new punching bag.
Well, the gentleman here thinks that the financing of our labor union ain't fair, and he wants to strike.
I've always said a strike is a bad thing. Real bad. Unless, of course, it's organized by my dear brother for a higher goal.
You won't get away with this.
The boys will show you.
I think you're overestimating their bravery.
You cockroach.
I didn't come for this discussion, unfortunately.
We'd like to introduce you to some of our principles about labor unions in this free country of ours. Carry on, boys. What's the reason for your coming, brother?
Salieri is alive.
What? How could he survive?
I'm afraid in the current situation we can't ask him.
Burn in hell.
And there is nobody else who could tell us what happened. Our guys are dead, and the customers at the restaurant are dead. And that sneak Carlo is as well. Could you please shut up? We're trying to talk here!
Go to
There's
hell.
no way to talk to Mr. Morello.
Bum!
God, he should have been there alone. How could that old man kill so many of our guys?
He's as old as me, so I wouldn't say that. But he probably wasn't there alone. I think he'll be planning how to get rid of us right now.
What should we do?
I will try to figure out something. Anyway, be careful. Now his best guys will be after us.
So, we're really at war?
We have been for a long time already. But now, more than ever before, take good care of yourself, brother.
Boss, it looks like he's had enough. What do you want us to do with him? I don't know. Finish him off and dump him in the ocean.
Tommy, that assassination attempt means that Morello has openly declared war on us. We have to deal with him. If Morello didn't have accomplices with the politicians and other important city organizations, our forces would be nearly equal. If we liquidate those people, our opponent will be a lot weaker.
That's exactly what we gotta do. Eliminate his strong contacts.
Right. And as we all know, an all-out war must be avoided. Get the generals. Then the soldiers will give up without a fight. So this is what we'll do. We'll finish them off one by one.
What do you mean exactly?
The first in line is the city councilor who's caused us so much trouble. Morello got him into politics, and that makes him a big supporter. We'll take care of him after the boy, and I mean today.
The councilor is celebrating his birthday and has decided to throw a huge shindig. He's having it on a steamboat with fireworks and the whole nine, and he'll be making a speech to the paparazzi. There'll be a lot of people there who won't do dick against us when they see what happens to him.
It sounds pretty risky.
But well worth the risk. Vincenzo knows the plan.
Okay. As I said, it's on a steamboat. It won't be easy to get in without an invite, but I know you can do it, Tom. Above all, try not to raise suspicions before we reach our goal. Of course, you won't get a weapon past the security, but I've dealt with that already. As soon as you get on deck, go to one of the men's rooms. There'll be a small revolver hidden there. Afterwards, just wait outside a while. The counselor will probably be hiding in his cabin, but he'll be out for the start of the celebration and his speech. That's your big shot. During the speech, you're gonna pop him, Tom. It's got to be in public, and this speech is the best opportunity. There'll be a big crowd there, so you can blend in with it once this thing is all done.
And then what? I'd like to get back to shore in one piece.
Afterwards, it'll be nuts. There'll be some security guards on the boat, and you should be able to get past them in the chaos. If not, get to the bow, and Paulie will pull up in a boat and bring you back safely.
So what, Tommy? It won't be a picnic, but you should pull it off.
Okay. I'll do it.
The boat is anchored on the waterfront on Central Island. You better get going or you'll miss it. Keep an eye on the time. Buona fortuna, Tom.
Well, here we go again, Ralphie. Today I need something for one use, because we don't know how it's going to work out.
Hey, Tommy. That's no big problem. I have here this little number. They're pretty popular these days. Also, they're pretty solid. Look how easy they are to nab.
Yeah, great, Ralphie. That should do the trick.
Enjoy yourself.
Did you see that hunk with Mr. Steele, Don?
Typical. This has to happen to me.
Well, I ought to get acquainted. You'd better hurry. You're not the only one who knows about it.
Hey there. Do you know where the keys are to that broken John?
Don't bug me. I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I kinda need those keys. I left something there.
Yeah, right. Maybe I'll lend them to you, but you gotta promise to clean up that mess in there and bring them right back to me. I'll wait in the stern for you.
Clean up? Sure. You bet.
Okay, there you go. But bring them back.
How are you, baby?
So, you see how easy that was? You ain't so bad. You could open a cleaning firm.
Yeah. And I'll use you as the rag.
Hello there, John. I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Good evening. Yes, it's lovely here.
How are you? I hope you like it.
Thanks. We're glad to be here.
I'm glad you could make it.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
I think it's time.
So am I.
Drink with me on it.
See how many firemen there were there.
Tommy pulled it off. Now all the politicians in the city are scared. Nobody wants to end up like the counselor.
Nice job, Tom.
But it's not enough. Now we're after Morello's right-hand man, his brother, Sergio Morello Jr. He controls the unions in the city. His biggest assets are the dockers' unions, thanks to whom he practically controls every import into the city. We kill him, and a big part of Morello income is gone.
I think I know how we'll do it, boss. Sergio is usually at the Italian Garden restaurant. There's a telephone in the restaurant, and across the street a phone booth. You go to the booth and call inside the restaurant, saying you want to speak to Sergio. I'll be standing in front of the restaurant with a Thompson. And as soon as Sergio gets to the phone, I'll waste him. Then we just gotta get to the car and make a quick getaway. What do you say?
Yeah, I suppose I can handle the calling part.
Get to it, boys. Vincenzo will give you your weapons.
Vincenzo, I need a Tommy gun and something for Tom here.
Okay. Here it is, boys. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Thanks. Hey, Ralphie, we need a car.
Hey, I have a new Terra plan here. It's decent and a real big, sturdy car. You'll like it, Paulie. It has a new type of lock, but if a person is clever, it ain't no problem to open it. Just like this. Nice and easy. Push in and click.
Great. Let's go, Tom, let's go. Here we are. Stop right here, Tom. Okay. I'll stand out front. You call from that booth. Say you want to talk to Sergio. As soon as I kill him, get in the car and wait for me.
Sure thing.
Yeah?
Mr. Morello, please.
Hang on.
Buddy, Mr. Morello ain't here today. Try.
Jesus, Paulie! It isn't him! Paulie, move it! Morello isn't there! The guy you hit wasn't Sergio. Sergio wasn't there today.
Ah, hell. Now we're in shit. Going back to Salieri.
Don't worry about it, Tommy. It happens to everybody sometimes. Vincenzo and me have thought up a new plan. Biff told us that Sergio has a mistress who he spends a lot of time with. He must be there today. Vincenzo has put together a little surprise for him. All we gotta do is put it on his car while he's inside enjoying himself.
That's right. All you gotta do is put this bomb right under his car. And you can just enjoy the show. Sergio usually leaves at 4, so hurry. This time it has got to work.
His mistress lives in a house in Oakwood. We'll know he's there if his expensive little sports car's parked out in front. Stick the bomb under it.
That sounds a lot better. I'll get going. Christ. No, no, no! Hey, stop! Shit! Damn. That's one hot dame. That girl came out and sat down in the car. I don't know, maybe he lent it to her or something.
It just happens sometimes. There's nothing you could do. Put it simply, we gotta get this guy. Sergio meets with his bookie downtown in the parking lot of the Rainbow Garden restaurant. Get Paulie down there to fill him full of holes. You'll just drive, Tom. Then get away fast before the alarm goes out.
Now I'll catch that bastard, I promise. He'll be gone, and they won't even know how I did it.
Now get a move on so you can still catch Sergio there.
Stop in that parking lot. Those men in black, that's them.
What the?
You have a message from Mr. Salieri.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, no.
Well, that certainly changes the situation, gentlemen. Kill that clown!
After so many foul-ups, Salieri gave the job to other people. I only went with them as kind of an insurance policy.
Just sit here and watch, so you don't screw up again. Amateur. barriers closed?
Real damn professional.
Hey, what are you staring at? Kill that bastard tailing me!
Okay, come on out, you bastard.
That didn't work. Huh? I don't know what you're trying, you bastard. My brother will kill you along with your whole family. Give it up. You're dead. You won't get in here, you idiot. You're too small for me. Hey, you here?
Lucky bastard.
It was a tough job, but we finally have Morello where we want him. Now one last step remains. Eliminate him. In his sections of the city, there's theft, robbery, blackmail, illegal lotteries, gaming rooms, and whorehouses appearing all the time. But what's the biggest problem?
Drugs?
Horseshit. The problem is that we don't get a cent out of it. That'll change as soon as we get rid of Morello. His organization will collapse, and all those small-time cheats, thieves, and criminals will kill each other without anybody over there to maintain order. Today, we can finally remove that bastard once and for all. Paulie has come up with a plan.
That's right. What my informants tell me, we have one chance to get this guy. Morello watches his back and almost never shows himself in public. Goes everywhere in his bulletproof limo, clammed up like some seashell. But today he's coming out. He's going to theater to do some socializing with the creme de la creme of Lost Heaven. And we'll be there to show him something too.
Isn't this a bit risky?
It's risky, but this is our only opportunity to waste him in public and show everyone our power.
We'll do it like this. Wait in front of the building till the end of the show. People will start coming out, so there'll be a lot of confusion. With Morello trying to make his way out, his guerrillas won't have much of a chance to notice us before we hit him. Make sure you don't draw any attention to yourselves, so no shooting. Pull your weapons when you see him.
I hope I still recognize him.
Shouldn't be hard. Morello likes to wear his white suits. Not many people wear them these days.
Each of you get a Thompson or Lupara from Vincenzo. Wait out in front of the theater on Central Island until Morello comes out. Then go to it. The performance ends at 9 o'clock, so make sure you're there on time. It should work out fine, so don't come back without his head.
Okay, boss, let's get to it. Vincenzo, today we need some real heavy artillery. We're gonna rub out Morello.
Well, I think 600 shots per minute from an old Tommy gun should do the trick. At the same time, we could stick to the ancient ways and use a more traditional Sicilian weapon for a job of this size.
Shit! He's leaving already.
That damn show must have finished earlier. That's... Why'd you stop?
I don't know. It just broke down.
Jesus Christ, you almost have it. Sam, come on. Let's make this happen. Thompson, you and Sam shoot them. Come on, you heap of junk. Hold on. Sam, shoot! Bastards! Kill him, Sam!
Damn it, Paulie.
Wow.
Yes! Yes!
How did you fix the car?
Better ask Sam.
Why ain't you a mechanic, Sam?
That works too dirty for me.
So, you killed Morello. That must have felt good, huh?
We celebrated. Salieri was thrilled, of course. We ran the whole town, practically, and there seemed to be an end to the bloodshed. For a while, I felt like a king, until I came to a realization. If a regular guy like me could kill the most powerful man in the city, what good was all his power? Hell, if he hadn't been so powerful, he'd probably still be alive. It seemed to me that no matter how strong someone was, there was always somebody stronger to take them out.
So where did that intuitive thought take you?
Greediness is bullshit. When you have no money, you think that a few bucks a month will be enough. Then you realize that it wouldn't be bad to have a nice car. You get a great job in some high-up position, but in actuality, you're thinking about going higher. Before you know it, you want to be the President of the United States, and you want to win the war against the Germans. Luckily, that won't happen. Plus, the whole strategy of watching other people's backs has one basic flaw. The whole time you have to watch your own back, in case someone else has the same idea. So I thought to myself that maybe I ought to change my priorities a little.
Great Bible story.
Laugh it up. You know where it got me in the end. This.
Who is it?
It's from 1920. The old man is Don Pepone. The two younger ones are Salieri and Morello. This photo convinced me that this kind of life is poisonous. Morello and Salieri were friends, and they were both commanders of Pepone's regime. But in the 1920s, they got Don Pepone killed because of some deal. Strangely enough, Salieri still admires the guy now. Afterward, they divided up the city, and each ruled their own part of it. But they started to compete with each other. I ended up being Salieri's instrument of death to kill his best friend, to save him from looking Morello in the eye. It occurred to me that my friends and the people I loved were the same. Someday I'd turn to Paulie and be looking straight down the barrel of a gun. I couldn't be sure of anybody, above or below me.
But you were risking your life every day. Being a sharpshooter for the Mafia ain't no bed of roses the way you tell it.
It's different when you're living it. When you're full of energy and you're fighting for your life with someone who's like your brother. You're just two soldiers who know what needs to be done. And it all depends on your ability to survive. It's a war. The constant feeling that you can't even trust your best friend is terrible. You are alone, and death can come from anywhere. I'd lie awake at night wondering if the joke my best friend told me was really just a joke, or if I should get prepared for my own execution. A person needs someone he can trust.
That guy sickens me. He controls half of the brothels in the city, doesn't pay us a dime, and then has the nerve to say he's ending crime in the city. Of course, I wouldn't give a damn about what he says, but him and his whores are trying to expand even into our territory. I have a feeling it's time to finish his political career. With the election such a long way off, we'll have to remove him physically.
I don't know, boss. Haven't we seen enough violence for a while? I just have a strange feeling about this.
Tommy, we're on the verge of running this town. He's the only thing that's standing in our way.
You want him knocked off in public like Morello?
In public, yeah. But not like Morello. Remember that knocking off a politician is messier than offing a gangster. We don't want anyone to implicate us. The speculation and fear will be enough for our purposes.
So, how are we gonna do it?
Mr. Seward has a rally today in a park on a little isle off Central Island. There's only one escape route over a small bridge, and normally it would be a problem, but Vincenzo has an idea. He took a regular army rifle and put a telescopic sight on it, so you should be able to hit him from a much greater distance. You won't even have to be on the island.
Where then?
You can get a beautiful view of him from Central Island, from the tower of the old abandoned prison on the north tip of the island. You'll have the whole park right in front of you. And with that rifle, it won't be difficult to take out your target without attracting too much attention.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad plan.
Good. Talk to Vincenzo and get the rifle.
Okay, boss.
And remember, Tommy, you have to do it from a distance, and nobody must see you. You probably only get one shot at this. If you don't hit him immediately, they'll cover him and the job will be ruined.
I got it, boss. Hey, you got some heavy-duty gear for me, Vincenzo?
You need to pick this guy off at a distance, right? So I dug out the best weapon for you. The military trains by mounting a sight on this standard rifle, similar to a hunting rifle. I got hold of a Mosin Nagant rifle. It's produced here, but the Russians upgraded it to a marksman's rifle. It's a good, precise weapon.
It looks interesting. Well, I hope it works.
Well, Tom, take a decent handgun, too. You never know who you might bump into.
Ain't that the truth? Thanks.
Hey, Tom, I have this for you. It's a sensible, spacious, and solid car. I think you'll like it. Yeah, and you could get into it real easy.
Thanks, Ralphie.
Hey, mister, what are you doing, Matt? Come in here. You can't go in there. Working. You deaf? You can't go in there. You deaf?
Watch it. He's coming for us. Jesus Christ. I'll cut you up. Come over. You swine! I'll cut you to...
He's here!
Ow!
Ah, you bastard! I'll kill you! Help me, someone! Die!
That's him! That's the guy I was telling you about.
I said don't move!
Today's job is just for relaxation, boys. There's an import firm that brings in lots of luxury goods from around the world. Yesterday, another boatload of goods came into the harbor, and I have a taste for a few of the items on the list.
What do they got that we don't have, sir?
Well, I haven't smoked a decent cigar in a long time, and they have almost a ton of them.
Cigars?
Yeah, cigars. Something strange about that? Customers in our nightclubs are interested in good quality cigars, but they're expensive and difficult to get. If we managed to get a truck full of the best cigars, we could make as much money as we would off a bank job.
What?
Oh my God, just bring me a truckload. Paulie, explain it to them.
Okay, it's like this.
Paulie, what the hell is going on?
How the hell would I know, Tommy? You have to just nab a truck full of expensive cigars. The Don wants them and it makes us money. So it's up to us to get them.
It just seems a bit small time for him.
Forget about it, Tom.
The cigars we gotta steal are packed in crates at the harbor. We need to get them to a truck and leave the harbor. First, we have to get in.
How do we do that? There's a tougher guard at the harbor now than when Morello was around.
Exactly. Brute force won't work. So we're gonna play this one cool. We'll just nab one of the trucks while they're moving goods around the city. The trucks have signs on them that say Atlantic Import. We'll wait for one to come out of the harbor, follow it to a nice quiet place with no cops, then block its path. A few shots into the air or to get the driver out. Once we take his papers, one of us can get into the harbor.
So we're gonna kill the poor bastard?
Nah, it's too much hassle. So long as we get him out and get everything he's got on him.
You'll take the truck to the harbor, Tommy. Load it up with the crates of cigars, then we'll meet at the agreed place.
I'll load them up alone, unload them alone, and then maybe I'll smoke a few. So what are you gonna do?
We'll wait a little away from the harbor at the agreed place. If somebody starts tailing you, we'll deal with them. Then you take the truck to the handoff point.
Yeah, right. How will I recognize these crates?
We'll have a sign on that says Scorsese Import-Export.
And the agreed place?
We'll go there and I'll show you.
Yeah, first we'll go there, and then we'll get the truck.
So let's go.
Hey, boy, so what'll it be?
Get Tom here a bat and a gun, and get us 2 Thompsons.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Vincenzo.
Hey there, boys. I have something here for you. Something special today.
Yeah, I like it. Looks pretty good.
You can get into it this way.
Yeah, okay. We can do that. Thanks, Ralphie.
Hey, it's nothing.
To a place in the works quarter to drop sample.
I gotta shake off those cops.
Okay, right here. This is perfect.
Since we're all here, I want to ask you both something.
What's on your mind?
Well, I got this idea. I might need you to do a little job with me.
Oh, yeah? What's the deal?
Well, it's a big deal, actually. I can't manage it alone, and you're my good buddies. We know each other, you know?
And Salieri? You know about this?
Nah, he doesn't, and he doesn't need to know. He's already got enough money.
So, what's it all about?
Well, I was checking out this bank.
What?
What?
Cool it. It's okay. This bank isn't too secure. It's just a little joint. At the end of the month, they always have a big pile of money in the safe. We'd be pretty loaded if we pulled it off.
Or we'd all be dead. What's the matter with you? Besides, we got plenty of money.
Bull, we ain't doing bad, but we sure aren't loaded. Salieri ain't a bad boss, but once in a while I like to make some decent dough on the side. Not some tiny share.
I'm not sure it's such a great plan, Paulie.
What do you say, Sam?
Count me out. The family's pretty important to me.
Yeah, right. You're probably right. Forget about it. I was just thinking out loud.
Okay, good.
Okay, I think it's time. I'll go get ready.
I'll be back in a while. Tom, let's get to the harbor. Now, wait here for a truck and then follow it. We'll overtake it in a safe spot and take what we need. Get him! We gotta get those papers!
Give me some papers and nothing will happen to you.
I didn't do stay.
Please, spare me.
Don't kill me. I have a wife and children.
I'll meet Sam and we'll wait for you. Good luck, Tom.
Stop right there. Show me your license. All right, you can go.
Where are you going? Why are you standing around doing nothing? We need all hands on deck today. I need you to take those crates down to the dispatch hall. I'm gonna go take a leak, and it better be done when I get back.
Yes, Chief. Hey, fellas.
What can I do for you, buddy?
Boys, we need to carry those crates down to the dispatch hall.
All right, Daddy. Okay, let's go, boys.
Fine. But you threw them here like trash.
What do you want?
Chief, boys at the train, they need you. They're having some problems.
I should have known. As soon as I turn my back, everybody immediately goofs off.
Stop right there. Show me your license. Get him.
Police! Police! Ah! Police! Police! Ah! Kill ya!
Sam's going to get Salieri. Us two will take the truck to the warehouse. And we'll meet there in a little while. Okay, we're going.
Today was just great. While you two messed around, I carried at least a ton of crates surrounded by guys with guns.
Somebody had to do it, and you're the youngest. Sam always has the bright ideas.
Oh, so it's Sam. Next time, you can unload the truck. I ain't touching another crate.
But we'll see about that. Perfect, we did it!
Good. Now we can finally see what's inside these crates.
Good idea. Hope it didn't get damaged on the way. A few of them fell off. The cigars are smashed up. Well, it ain't so bad. This one's just bent, so we'll straighten it out. Damn! I messed that up.
What the hell are you doing?
What? I dropped a few things, nothing big. Hey, Box, what do you got inside? Christ! Tom, you ain't gonna believe this!
What is it? What's inside those boxes? Damn, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Well, they don't look like cigars.
And it's definitely not rock candy.
Those are diamonds, and a hell of a lot of them.
What if they're just phonies? You know, they exchange cigars for mirrors, props, beads, stuff like that.
I think only Columbus got away with that. These look like diamonds, Tom. There's a hell of a lot of them.
I knew Salieri wouldn't risk so much for some damn cigars.
Well, it looks like you were right. What do you want to do? Should we take them?
What? You think we'd get away with it?
Well, we could say that some crates got lost in the chase. Or
you can forget that. That's bullshit. Put them back where you found them. I don't want to end up with a hole in my head.
if we just took one or two each, and there's so many.
Paulie.
Okay, I'll put them back. What if Salieri doesn't even know about them?
I think we can easily find out if he knows.
How?
Sam's bringing him here right now. Come, we'll see firsthand if he knows.
Bravo, boys, you did it. You got a well-deserved bonus coming your way. One crate got broke, but it's nothing. Looks like these ones at the back are okay. Bravo, bravo.
Boss, should we unload the crates and put the cigars into the warehouse?
No, not yet. Anyway, why should you do it? I can get someone else. You want to work at my warehouse, too? Now, go take it real easy, boys. Good work.
Paulie?
Huh?
I'll stop by tomorrow and we can talk about that little deal you mentioned.
Yeah. Okay.
The next day, I went to Paulie's like we arranged.
So what, Tom? What's with the sudden change of heart? I didn't think you wanted to do it.
That was when I still thought that Salieri wasn't using us. Now I know that he is.
Well, you're certainly right there. So would you do the bank?
What about Sam?
Hey, you heard him. He's worried about what might happen and the Don coming after us. So if you want to do it, it's just you and me. What do you have to say?
First, I'd like to see this bank. Then I'll listen to your plan.
Fine. We can go and look at it right now.
Okay, let's go.
Follow me. We'll take the train. It ain't far. Be there in a few minutes. So this is it. It ain't too big, it ain't too small. Let's take a look inside.
Good day.
Yes, please? I'd like to take out $5.
And your
Okay.
name is?
We'll start here in the hall.
Comini.
Run in here and shout that it's a raid. Those two guards will probably just give up. If they want to play heroes, we'll liquidate them. As soon as they're out of the way, we gotta get the keys to the safe. We'll have to
What's
find
that
out where
supposed
they
to
are.
mean?
From
That's
the
it.
clerks.
I'm through with this
I think
bank.
they'll talk with guns at their heads. You go through that door, behind the counter. After you get the key. The door leads to a corridor. On the right is a staircase down to the safe, and upstairs to the office. If you have the keys, go straight to the safe. Otherwise, you'd have to get them somewhere upstairs. Downstairs, there will probably be more security guards. You'll have to deal with them alone while they keep everything in check upstairs. Downstairs, there's a large safe, which you got unlocked. Then you just gotta get the dough and get out. That's everything.
Okay.
Let's go. You better get out of here.
Hey, goodbye.
The bank is connected to the home security system. But even with radio, cars can't get here for 5 minutes. That means we'll have 5 minutes from the time we get in to do everything and then disappear. We'll need some wheels. It's stupid to get a car from Ralphie, because he'll tell Salieri. You'll have to get a good, fast set of wheels, Tommy. For you, that shouldn't be a problem.
No, it shouldn't. I think Lucas would know something.
Okay, try to get something fast. We'll need it. I guess they won't just let us leave. Even if we get out of the bank in time, we could still meet the cops in the city.
And how do you want to deal with them?
Head to an abandoned joint right in Hoboken. It has Palmero Club written on the wall.
Great.
There's still a little problem with guns. I have my own stuff, but you don't. You'll need to get some kind of heater. I think I know a place where you can pick one up.
Where's that?
It's pretty far. It's probably best to go by train. Get on here and then go to Hoboken. Get off at the Central Hoboken station and go in the direction from which you came by the train to the nearest crossroads. Under the elevated railway, there's a road. Follow that and turn left at the next road. You'll see an old movie house called the Twister. At the side entrance, you'll find Yellow Pete's shop. Tell him I sent you. He should have something.
I'll do that now. I'll get some weapons, then the car, then I'll stop by your place.
Yeah, pull in front of the building and honk your horn. The janitor's always locking the door. I'll come down and we'll go. I'll see you later.
What do you want?
Paulie sent me.
Oh, come in.
Okay. Son, what brings you here?
Paulie sent me. We need some weapons.
Right. Paulie. Yeah, I know him. At least I think I know him. That short, moody guy, right?
You could say that.
Still working for Salieri?
Yeah.
Well, give that old goomba my regards.
Sure. Anyway, the weapons.
Sure. Yeah, so what does Paulie need?
That should be everything.
Great. I won't keep you from your work, son. Now you say hello to Paulie for me, huh?
Sure. Thanks.
What are you doing? Stop it.
Hey, Luca, I need a powerful car, and fast.
Wow. Hey, I was just about to call you. I also need a quick favor, and a car I have for you is definitely worth it.
What do you need?
I promised to bring some guy a delivery, and I can't get out of the shop today. Hey, could you take it to him?
Okay. I ain't done no deliveries yet, sure.
Now make sure nothing happens to the guy before you give it to him. He's passing it on to someone else, and if something happens to him, the whole deal's ruined.
And is something likely to happen?
Well, you know, you never can tell.
Where do I find this guy?
On the plot under the Hoiston Bridge crossing to downtown. His name's Dick. Before you give it to him, make sure you ain't followed. Here it is.
Dick?
Dick. My name's Big Dick.
Sure. I got this package from Luca, Dick.
Great. Anyone tell you?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah? Then who are those guys? Shit! So? Show them what you got.
You too, Big Dick.
You ain't as soft as you look.
You neither.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, fine. Send my regards to Lucas.
Jesus Christ, murder!
Jesus, Lucas. That was a close one.
Hey, what happened?
As soon as I got there, some hoods wanted to beat on us.
Is Dick all right? Did you give him the package?
Yeah, no problem. We took care of them together. And then he took off someplace.
Oh, thank God. Oh, you don't know how grateful I am. I have a real beauty for you now. It's an American car from a German manufacturer. It's the best around these days.
Well, it was certainly worth the risk. Where can I find it?
Yesterday, I overheard a customer. Today, around this time, he's usually driving from Oakwood Junior High School to a meeting somewhere on Central Island. Then, follow him in where he parks, you simply take the car. Now, the locks will be your only problem. But I know you'll manage him no trouble.
Thanks, Lucas. Can't wait.
Okay, be right down. So what? Everything's in order? Got everything you need?
Yeah. Hey, that yellow Peter's a little nuts.
He's no loony, but his stuff's good.
Why they call him yellow?
You see his teeth? They're the yellowest in town, and they also stink the most.
Right.
Here we are. Okay, let's go in. everybody. It's a heist. Get down on the floor, nothing will happen to you. I said on the floor! Everybody! Deal with the guard! I'll cut you up! Ouch! Oh. Okay, I like it. Nice and cool. Everything will be hunky-dory. Leave me alone, please! I want the keys to the safe and make it quick. Where are they?
The keys to the grating are here, but only...
Where can I find the manager?
Oh, he's upstairs, in his office.
Please let me live. No, please have mercy. Don't kill me.
Wow.
Stop screaming! Stop right now! Nobody move! Stop screaming! Stop right now! Nobody move! That's it! Let's get out of here! Okay, this is the place. We did it. We're loaded, Tom. We did it. It worked.
Sure looks like it. So what now?
We'll change our clothes so they won't pick us up on the street. Put the dough in the briefcase.
Fine, then what?
Don't say a word to anyone. Sleep on it. Stop by tomorrow and think about what we're gonna do with the dough. I'll take it with me, so Sarah won't find it. You know?
Just don't run off with it.
Sure. I'll take off to Hawaii.
Don't try it. I'd find you and stuff that metal-plated briefcase down your throat.
I'm looking forward to it.
We hid the dough from the bank at Paulie's for the time being. We couldn't blow it all straight away, so we arranged that I'd stop by there the next day, and we'd think of the best way to invest it. I had loads of ideas of what to do with the money, but I was pretty curious about what Paulie's plans were. Oh, Jesus. What the hell happened? Paulie! Paulie! Christ! The dough, where's the dough? Damn it, it's all gone! This is like a bad dream.
Paulie?
Sam? It's Tom. Paulie's dead.
Christ, I knew it. Tom, you're in deep shit. I wanted to warn Paulie. Salieri found out about the bank and decided he wasn't going to tolerate it. I didn't make it in time. Tom, you gotta disappear fast.
Sam, I didn't know it would be such a big deal. What should I do? I can't just leave Sarah and the kid.
Okay, Tom, I'll help you. We gotta meet somewhere, but almost everywhere is dangerous for you now. Our best bet would be the city gallery.
Okay, I'll be there in a little while. Thank you. You know Paulie is lying here in a million pieces. I don't know who else I could turn to.
It's okay. I still owe you one.
Thanks, Sam.
Don't move, scumbag!
Oh, shit!
Surprise! You weren't looking for that at Paulie's by chance.
Sam, what's going on? I thought we were meeting alone.
The situation's changed, Tom. I had to decide whose side I was on, and sorry, but it would be suicidal to stand on your side. I can live with murder, though.
So you killed Paulie?
Well, I was more the means to his death. The same as I am in your case.
I would never have expected this from you, Sam.
Well, I'm in a good mood. Things are looking up for me, and I found a bag of money.
So killing off your partners is a big laugh? Maybe I should try it.
It ain't bad, but you probably won't have time.
It's never too late to start. I guess honor's out of the picture.
Honor's meaningless. This is business, and you've broken its unwritten rules many times over, Tom. Maybe I feel some pity. That's out of place in business.
I didn't notice that I was the cause of the family's problems.
Really? You did what you wanted, Tom. You didn't kill Frank. You let that whore get away, and then the bank? You can't do what you know is right because you don't know nothing. You don't grasp the effects of your actions. The Don is the thinker.
You were never a great thinker, so you probably need him. That's not how I feel. I can think for myself.
The opinion of Don Salieri is that he won't go and sit in jail just because of your feelings. And I agree with his opinion completely. Don Salieri really liked you, Tom. And I did too. We'll cry together at the funeral.
You poor bastard, Sam. I feel sorry for you.
But I'm alive. It's a pity you can't use that money. Oh, but don't worry. We'll give Sarah a little something. You know, single mothers don't have it easy these days. The Don will take care of her. He isn't as much of a monster as you think. Goodbye, Tom. It was nice knowing you. Take good care of him, boys. And please, don't make him suffer. He's my buddy. As I see it, the boys underestimated you, Tom. Well, I hope they'll be luckier this time. Boys, be careful you don't break anything. There are lots of beautiful and valuable things in here.
It looks like you underestimated your new partners. Maybe you ought to change sides.
It's still not over, Tom.
Things aren't what they look like, Sam. Salieri also double-crossed you.
What are you talking about?
We almost got killed because of those stupid cigars. Salieri knew that the job was risky. There were diamonds hidden between those cigars. He didn't want to give us a cut. That's why Paulie wanted to take the bank. Because he realized how Salieri was ripping us off.
He told me about those diamonds, Tom. He only wanted to keep them secret so nobody knew where they were before he sold them. Besides, the diamonds have nothing to do with the fact that you didn't kill Frank! He broke the omerta. Which is worse, Tom.
How do you know I didn't kill Frank?
You can blame it all on someone else you didn't kill. You're too human. She came back to the city, and we found her by accident.
Damn it.
Tom, you know you can't trust a dame. I can understand it isn't easy to kill your wife's best friend. Yeah, I should have done it for you. She also pleaded with me and cried. Well, we realized that we couldn't rely on you, so we checked up a little and found out about Frank.
Sam, do you really think everything has to end like this? We still got a chance.
There ain't no way back now, Tom. I'm sorry.
Ow!
Damn it! Hey, it's the same situation again, Tom. And once again, you can't decide.
Damn it.
Oh. You did it. But they'll get you all the same. Salieri will get you. He stood by you. You rat. You're dangerous, Tom. And Paulie is dead. He was never sure that you wouldn't forgive his death. Oh, you're gonna have to hide like an outcast. And one day they'll get you. All the same. Like Frank.
They found him?
You only lengthened his life. But in the end, they found him. All the same. And Frank was the Don's only real friend. Friendship ain't worth shit. Oh! Ow! Oh.
So it was you again, huh? You destroyed the picture collection, worth a few $1 million?
I wasn't planning on it, but somehow it worked out that way.
Otherwise, that's everything?
I got out of there fast. It was no picnic. I really was in danger, but I pulled it off. I took the wife and daughter and immediately left the country. Sam was right. If they decided to find Frank in Europe and take revenge almost 5 years after he disappeared, they wouldn't let me just leave after betraying them.
And you're willing to say all that you've now said to me in front of a court? Give evidence against all those men? Don't you think the situation will be a lot worse for you? What you're planning to do now isn't betrayal. It's more like treason.
If these people go to jail, or better yet, death row, they won't be able to take revenge on me. At least not as easily as if they were free. I am willing to give evidence against them if you ensure our protection, and after the trial, a new identity for me, my wife, and my daughter.
If we manage to pull it off, it'll be the biggest legal battle this country's ever seen. It's an interesting offer. I don't know if it's moral to help somebody like you But I think the results will be worth it. I think we'll help you.
Everything worked out until the legal case. I sat in my cell and wrote down the evidence I had against all the people I had worked with. People I had been friends with for 10 years. The case was huge and caused a shock throughout the country. Salieri got life. Even some of his thugs got the chair. The shortest sentence was 8 years. I spent the whole time in a closed cell at a secret location, with no visitors. I didn't see Sarah or my little girl the entire time. In the end, it was worth it. Norman got us new identities and moved us to the other end of the U.S. I got work as a driver for a respectable company. We started a whole new life. This peace was only interrupted by the war, but we got through it.
Mr. Angelo?
Yes?
Mr. Salieri sends his regards.
You know, the world isn't run by the laws written on paper. It's run by people. Some according to laws, others not. It depends on each individual how his world will be, how he makes it. And you also need a whole lot of luck, so that somebody else doesn't make your life hell. And it ain't as simple as they tell you in grade school. But it is good to have strong values and to maintain them, in marriage, in crime, in war. Always and everywhere. I messed up. So did Paulie and Sam. We wanted a better life, but in the end, we were a lot worse off than most other people. You know, I think it's important to keep a balance in things. Yeah, balance, that's the right word. Because the guy who wants too much risks losing absolutely everything. Of course, the guy who wants too little from life might not get anything at all.